Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, there lived a kind and gentle king and queen. They were blessed with a daughter whom they named Snow White because of her fair skin, rosy cheeks, and ebony hair. Snow White's beauty was renowned throughout the land. But her stepmother, the queen, was consumed by jealousy. The queen possessed a magical mirror that she would often consult, asking, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And the mirror would always reply, "You, my queen, are fair, it's true. But Snow White is even fairer than you." Enraged by the mirror's answer, the queen plotted to get rid of Snow White. She ordered a huntsman to take Snow White deep into the forest and dispose of her. However, the huntsman, moved by Snow White's innocence and beauty, couldn't bring himself to harm her. Instead, he let her go, advising her to flee and never return. Lost and frightened in the forest, Snow White stumbled upon a tiny cottage. Exhausted, she entered and found that it belonged to 7 dwarfs. They were initially startled by her presence, but soon welcomed her warmly. In return for their hospitality, Snow White took on the role of their caretaker, cleaning and cooking for them. Meanwhile, back at the castle, the queen discovered that Snow White was still alive through her magic mirror. Enraged, she disguised herself as an old peddler woman and went to the dwarf's cottage. There, she tricked Snow White into eating a poisoned apple, which put her into a deep sleep from which she could only be awakened by true love's kiss. The dwarfs, upon finding Snow White unconscious, placed her in a glass coffin in the forest. One day, a prince, enchanted by Snow White's beauty, came across her and kissed her. His kiss broke the spell, and Snow White awakened. The prince and Snow White returned to the kingdom, where they were married and lived happily ever after. As for the queen, her jealousy and evil ways eventually led to her downfall.